Baby steps?
It means setting small, reasonable goals for yourself, one day at a time. One tiny step at a time.
Baby steps.
Baby steps.
Oh boy. Baby steps.
Hello there, my name is Jay, and I'm going to run through a very quick list of things that are actually preventing me from doing like an actual episode of a podcast. This is more of like it's like a briefing of what this next month is going to look like, and also just kind of what I'm doing today, December 4th, Thursday, and why I'm not going to be able to do this in the afternoon, and why I have to do this in the morning, because I got stuff going on today, and I really shouldn't be saving these episode recordings for the day that I end up uploading them, but that's just how I've been doing it. So, that's just how I've been doing it. Anyway, let me just run through my list really quick. So, reason that I can't do this in the afternoon is because I'm actually going to go to Kill Bill The Whole Bloody Affair today at noonish. It's like 12:15. Yeah. And that's going to eat up about 4.5, maybe 5 hours of my time. After that, I made a promise to, I don't have to get too specific. I made a promise to go somewhere else, to someone else's house after that, which is going to pretty much eat up the rest of my evening at that point. And that's, yeah, the thing about the Kill Bill thing is I actually tried to get out of the Kill Bill thing. Like, I wanted to do it. I'm the one that, like, paid for the ticket and everything beforehand, and I'm just going by myself. But I thought I could either get a refund or an exchange and then move that showing to a Saturday, but I could not do that because this is one of the few times that I've actually run into an issue where I cannot get a refund or an exchange at all for this ticket. I tried several times. I talked to a bunch of different people through Fandango. Could not do it. And I'm pretty sure the reason is that there was some sort of cross-promotion thing happening with Kill Bill and Fortnite. Because that's what it seemed like. If you got a ticket for Kill Bill, then you would get a code for Fortnite. So it's like I was paying for a ticket and a code. And what's strange about this is, usually with these kind of things, you don't get the code until after you've seen the movie or until after your showtime. Whenever it's for, other things, like you'll get like a $5 off coupon or something. Sometimes you won't get like a reward or a code or something until after you've seen the movie. But since they sent me the code before I saw the movie, couldn't cancel it. I don't think I was actually able to ever cancel it after I pre-purchased my ticket. But that's what happened. So part of me is kind of peeved about that, just because this thing that I'm doing in the evening, I'm actually supposed to do it a little bit earlier than I would be able to today because of the movie, but because of the movie, which I could not refund or exchange or whatever because of Fortnite, the day is going to be kind of messed up a little bit. But that's fine. The Kill Bill thing, really looking forward to it. This is the first showing, as far as I'm aware of, that, it's supposed to come out December 5th, but it's, Thursday. There's always, like, the early bird showings, or, like, the early showings. So I thought that'd be cool, just because I really don't need to be talking this long about it. I wanted a showing around noon. There was one on Thursday around noon, so there you go. Going to be kind of annoying, though, just because my left ear has been kind of plugged up for the past few days. And I'm pretty sure I know why. One of the reasons is that I tend to sleep on my left side most of the time. So my ear is always kind of compressed against the pillow, and when I wake up, it's usually plugged up, but it gets unplugged after after like a minute or two. However, in the past few days, I did have like a pimple or something inside of my ear. I really don't need to be talking about this. Whatever, I'm going to keep talking about it. I had a pimple inside of my ear that I was just messing around with. I was scratching at it, I was picking at it. Pretty sure I popped it, and I've been trying to clean it with wet wipes. And I think all of the suds and all of the wetness from the wet wipes kind of seeped into my ear, and that's what's keeping it plugged up. It's not that as bad right now as it was earlier this morning, but it's still a little plugged up. Okay. Um, what else is on my list of things to talk about? Okay, I guess I could talk about this. Also, before my Kill Bill showing, I really hope I have a BM. Just because, okay, I know there's going to be an intermission for it. There's going to be an intermission between the Volume 1 and Volume 2 of Kill Bill, how it would normally be. But I'm still not comfortable using public restrooms to do a number 2. Number 1, totally fine with it, don't care. But just because there's that ickiness that I feel after taking a number 2, where I just feel like I need to shower immediately afterward, I'm not there quite yet. And I really don't want to do it for Kill Bill because maybe there's stuff during the intermission. Maybe that's when they're going to show the Yuki's Revenge short, which is already online. But yeah, I don't know if there's going to be stuff during the intermission. And some. Ugh, I don't need to talk about that either. Screw it. I'll talk about it. I don't care if this episode's long. I did see a Toy Story double feature, the first and second movie back in like 2010 or 2009, I forget. But it was months before Toy Story 3 came out, and it was both movies back to back. There was an intermission between both movies, and there was extra stuff there that I'm pretty sure is just lost media now that you're never going to see. It was just some of the characters talking to the audience, doing like puzzles and stuff, and yeah, sometimes there's just you miss stuff during intermission when you do these kind of movie events. But anyway, really going off on a tangent here. The thing I really wanted to talk about today, because I didn't really want to talk about why today was going to be busy for me. The thing I really wanted to talk about today was I got a new psychiatrist yesterday. I knew that was going to happen. I knew the one that I had before was either retiring or moving to another place, but I knew I was going to get a new one. And something that this new psychiatrist brought up that I never knew about before, like we were talking about like different types of therapy. I was telling her that I talking to like somebody about what's on my mind doesn't really help because it's just words, and it's usually just words that kind of either remind me of things that I already know, or it's words that are basically just them telling me go out, do some homework. They give me homework to do stuff on my own, and then I never do it on my own. Like there is that willingness that makes getting out of this anxiety and awkwardness funk so hard, you know. But the different types of therapies we were talking about, like I mentioned trying hypnotherapy and wanting to do exposure therapy. But she mentioned actually a couple of different things. One was acute resolution therapy, or I guess when I looked it up, it was actually accelerated resolution therapy. And then EMDR, which is eye movement. Oh God, this word. Desensitization and reprocessing therapy. Okay, whew, got it. That's the ones that she brought up to me, and just kind of doing a quick search. I don't exactly know what it is. Maybe it is kind of like a hypnotherapy type of thing, but it says that it's proven effective in treating anxiety, so that sounds pretty good to me. So that's something I might want to look into a little bit more because everything else that I've tried this year hasn't really been working the way I wanted it to. So I might want to look into that. All right. That's about everything that I had to say for this episode. There's just kind of one more thing I wanted to talk about, and it was what I said at the beginning, kind of my plans for the rest of the month. Because I didn't get to do the episode today that I wanted to do today, part of it just kind of having a very distracting week and also not being able to do what I want to do today, not really being able to write out all my notes that I wanted to talk about for a very specific topic that, again, I could have done beforehand. I had weeks to do it. I don't have to record everything the day that I upload it, but that's just how I've been doing things. So, because I wasn't able to get to that topic, what I'm going to do, because there aren't enough Thursdays or every other Thursday left in the month for me to talk about what I want to talk about, I'm going to do an episode every Thursday this month, plus the one that I still have planned for New Year's Eve. Because the one that I have planned for New Year's Eve, I can't really do that earlier than New Year's Eve. That's one that even if I try to do it earlier, even if I actually mustered up the energy to write all my notes out and talk about this stuff the day before Thursday or the day before New Year's Eve and then upload it on New Year's Eve, I can't do that. I have to wait until New Year's Eve to actually talk about it, record it, upload it. Because it's going to be, it's going to be an episode about the year, pretty much. So, seems pretty appropriate to talk about it at the end of the year, on the very last day of the year. So that is one episode that I definitely have planned. There are two others that hopefully I can get to. Hopefully, I'm not setting myself up to fail by giving myself the task of doing an episode every Thursday. I might actually forget about that. I hope I don't. But I want to do that. I want to do one, not every other Thursday, but every Thursday this month, plus the one on the very last day of the year. Because it's awful because there's stuff that I've been wanting to talk about since the beginning of this podcast, but I just keep holding it off. I just keep pushing it aside because maybe I'm just too afraid to talk about these kind of things, but they are essential things to talk about. Why am I being so vague? Maybe it's because I might not actually ever get to these topics, so I don't want to promise something that's not going to happen. But anyway, that's kind of what I have planned. Doing an episode every Thursday this month. I really hope I get to that. I don't think I'm going to do any update episodes except maybe on New Year's Eve. I think the rest are just going to be topic based because I don't really have that much to update on right now. There are things that I am looking into doing this month that hopefully I do. Again, I'm being very vague. And if I do them, then I can talk about them. Like at the beginning of one of the topic episodes, I could just talk about it real quick. But really, it's just, oh my gosh, I really don't know how to end. I really don't know how to end these episodes. And because I'm no longer doing the thing where I'm just recording whatever and then editing it down to usable content, there's a lot of dead air. There's a lot of moments where I'm just blanking and I don't know what to say and I don't know how to end this. Because for some reason, in the notes that I took, I didn't write an ending or a segue, and I probably should have. But that's okay. I think I'm just going to end it here. Knowing that I have a plan and that this Thursday is not going to have no episode. Yeah, that makes sense. There's going to be an episode this Thursday, even though I thought yesterday there would not be. But now there is one. And I'm still struggling to figure out how to end this, so I'm just going to say, once again, my name is Jay. Uh-oh. Usually I say, what do I say usually before I say my name again? I say, oh, until next time. That's usually what I would say. Okay, fine. I'll just say that. No segue. Until next time. Once again, my name is Jay. Thank you to anybody that listened to this. Sorry, this was a very scatterbrained episode. I could even tell while I was talking that I was talking too fast and I wasn't really clear on some of the things I wanted to say, a lot of just repetition, a lot of just, like right now, for instance, a lot of just blanking and not knowing what to say next. But seriously, to anybody that listened to this, to anybody that gave this a chance, thank you so much. That's really cool. That's really awesome. As I've said before, this is really just kind of a podcast for me. This is really just like an audio diary that just kind of is like an archive of what I've done, or I guess what I haven't done, but also what I've done this year. And if it kind of, helps me move on to a better and more fulfilling life starting next year, even though that probably should have happened this year. But that's okay. That's okay. Podcast is all about baby steps, and yes, I have taken some very tiny micro baby steps for sure, and then just kind of hung up my hat and didn't really do much after that. But I'm still, trying to find new things to do, trying to put myself out there in a way that I am, well, I shouldn't be comfortable with it, but in a way that makes sense to me, in a way that's not going to mess with my head any more than, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Whew, I'm just going to end it here. Again, thank you to anybody that listened to this. That's really awesome. And I guess I only have one thing left to say when I end these episodes, and that's bye for now.